Well, I got a special guest in the studio right now. I have a man from a band that's from Chicago here. Got a man by the name of Ron Haynes. He's from this band right here. This is a band called Liquid Soul. They've been around Chicago since 1993. They got a show coming up at Garcia's. It's going to be coming up on the 28th.
That's correct.
Got Ron here in the studio. This is one of my favorite songs. I love this one, Ron.
Okay.
This is from their Grammy-nominated album, 1-2 Punch. One, two punch. You remember that one?
Yeah, but the Grammy-nominated record was Here's the Deal.
Oh, I thought there was this one.
No, Here's the Deal.
Oh, there we go. All right. Cool. Well, Ron, welcome back to the Wizard. You've been here before.
Been here before.
And you're a graduate of this school.
Yes, I'm an alumni here.
That's amazing. Very cool. Very cool. Glad to have you back here.
Cool.
Well, Liquid Soul helped pioneer the 1990s acid jazz and hip-hop fusion movement right here in Chicago. When the band formed in 1993, did you expect this mix of funk, rap, and jazz to become a defining blueprint for the Chicago sound?
We didn't expect it, but we definitely accepted it, you know?
Yeah.
And especially when we got nominated for the Grammy, we was just like, we was in shock. Like, what?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's very cool. So, rumor has it that you studied under the legendary jazz trumpeter Donald Byrd. How does his mentorship shape your approach to improvising over hip-hop backbeats and heavy funk grooves?
You know what? When I studied with him, he had the Blackbirds, right? He had Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds. You know, he had that record out, Spaces, Places, and Things, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I used to listen to his music and listen to how he played over funk grooves.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when we were studying, we wasn't studying anything like that. We were just practicing jazz. You know, I was in the jazz band, and he was giving me private lessons. But I studied his music on my own.
Oh, nice.
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I kind of looked at what he was doing and said, oh, okay, I can do this. But I never thought that I'd be doing it, you know, many years later.
as a job.
Right. Like he was doing it. You know, so I put a band together in school, but, you know, then I met Liquid Soul, met, you know, Mars, and, you know, and the next thing I know, I'm in a band that's like, man, I can actually implement this stuff now.
But you never had that original intent?
No.
Huh, interesting.
No.
What were you thinking of doing with it?
Actually, I was studying to be a jazz lead trumpet player.
Okay.
You know, so that's what I was concentrating on.
Yeah.
Just playing in big bands. And
yeah.
Playing lead trumpet and trying to make a career like that, being a studio musician, you know. And so, and I was really actually getting close to doing that. That's what I was doing around the city, playing lead with a lot of, then at that time it was jazz bands all around. Malcolm X College had a community jazz band that I played in.
Oh, nice.
You know, and I was doing that. And then being Branch, I'm telling people don't know nothing about this stuff, but I'm just rambling. This the 70s, so you guys, you know, listening, this the 70s. That's what was happening in Chicago then.
Yeah.
Big bands was all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So you had to learn how to read music and, you know, that's what they say, have your eyes together.
Right.
That's what they say.
Right.
If you didn't have your eyes together, you weren't going to get no gigs.
Right. You
know, so I was getting my eyes together to read music and go to jam sessions and play with big bands, and you know, and it started coming to fruition. And but then I started branching out, playing with funk bands and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Ended up playing with a lot of great funk groups, Ohio players. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, played with Jeffrey Osborne. You know those groups, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
You know, you just, as long as you hang in there and keep hanging in there,
yeah,
you end up doing it. But then playing all that stuff and then getting with Mars, with Liquid Soul, Mars come up from the rock avant-garde thing. So he had that idea of putting all the stuff that he played into Liquid Soul,
yeah,
acid jazz thing. So I said, man, this is exactly what I need to be doing right here.
Yeah.
Because we mixed everything. We had that gumbo, man. We mixed jazz, funk, rock,
Yeah.
We even got a little kind of bluesy things in there, the chords and stuff. So we just mixed it all up, and that's where you got the acid jazz. Him and his DJ, Jesse De La Pena from the beginning there, and Tommy Klein, so, and then I came in, and it was a good thing, man. We were just down in the elbow room just hammering it out.
It's a musical gumbo.
Right.
Nice.
That's
nice.
what it is,
So what types of deeper familial roots did you have with music? Who was the biggest influence in your life, and what types of sounds caught your ears at an early age?
Early age, I was listening to like Count Basie Orchestra.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And my dad was a DJ.
Oh, okay.
So my dad had all kinds of records in the house. I was listening to a lot of blues.
Yeah.
He was spinning blues and he was spinning a lot of jazz. I had, and I still got records just as many you got in this studio.
Oh, nice.
Because my dad was a DJ, so I got his collection.
Oh, wow.
So I had everything, and he had to spin parties. So I listened to everything from Slide Hampton to Miles to Dexter Gordon.
Yes.
You just go on, man. Whoever it was, I was just eating it up.
Yeah.
Temptations, it don't matter. Motown, whatever.
Wow.
I liked it all,
Oh, that's great.
And so, but getting to meet some of the people that you end up listening to on records, that's always kind of interesting. You're like, man, I listened to this guy on the record. Now I'm on the stage with him. Like Tyrone Davis.
Yeah.
Playing funk with Tyrone Davis. The blues guys in Chicago.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're in the band with them. Ohio Players. You're like Jeffrey Osborne. You're like, I'm literally in the band, So
what a feeling. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it just a pick, but my favorite trumpet player I used to listen to kind of really dig into was Freddie Hubbard.
Oh, yeah. We played some of his stuff here. We got some of his stuff.
Freddie was my favorite. Everybody was a Miles fan. And, I dug Miles and his creativity. But Freddie's style, I just liked his fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
That fire was something.
So Liquid Soul bridges the gap between structured horn arrangements and completely free, open-ended hip-hop freestyle jamming. As a trumpet player, how do you balance the discipline of keeping the horn section tight with the freedom of letting loose during a solo?
Well, I talk about this a lot with other guys that's playing music out here in the field. The horn section have to be tight, when it's need to be tight. When the time is, and then when it's free, you do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to do your thing. But when you get back to the horn section, you got to get rid of all the individuality in your plan.
Right.
And play the song the way it need to be phrased. Now we're a section.
Right, the arrangement.
Right. So you're not a section when you're on your own.
Right.
You do you.
Right.
But soon as you got to turn that off when you come, and I play with a lot of horn sections that they still play as individuals. And horn players out there know what I'm talking about, and it really happens a lot. You have a 5-piece horn section, and guys think that they playing the same, but some guys is phrasing the song, another guy going, another guy going, that sounds terrible.
Right.
You got to pick one.
Right.
Well,
the whole thing is you need to have the harmonies.
Right. You got to get it together, man, and put it together, and it's got to sound like one, even with your harmony and everything. It still have to phrasing and articulation have to be one.
Right.
Think about Tower Power.
Right.
That's who you got to think about, something like that. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Listen to those horn sections. But a lot of horn sections come out and they just be slopping through it, man, and that's not the way to do it.
And the thing is, you may have a repetitive piece. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again, which is not as satisfying, but when you combine all the instruments together playing those individual pieces, that's when you get the magic.
Right, and it could be satisfying if you phrasing it properly.
Yes.
And you can always change the phrasing and then it'll keep it interesting, but if you kind of haphazardly doing it, it's going to be uninteresting.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of songs that the horn line repeat. But when the horns come back in, it's exciting.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you might be repeating what you did at the beginning of the song, but
Right.
now you at the end of the song, and now we might change the phrasing a little bit, and we add a little tag on, and it's, you know, it uplifts the tune.
It's adding punch. It's adding
Right.
punctuation to the song.
It uplifts
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, I listen to a lot of Quincy Jones arrangements because that was my favorite producer. And so I listened to a lot of his arrangements, and I got inspired by that when he was arranging for the Count Basie Orchestra and all the television shows I used to watch.
Yeah.
And I could tell when he wrote something because I knew the style, you know, and I listened to that phrasing. And that comes up from playing in jazz bands and playing in school and learning that form of study, articulation, and playing together and being cohesive as a team, as a horn section, even the saxophone, the trombone section. That's what you practice and talk about all day when you're in school playing in those bands.
Yeah, absolutely. So now this band has shared the stages with everyone from rock act icons like Dennis Rodman and Bill Clinton. How does this wildly diverse crowds in the late 90s shape your identity as a high-energy live band?
Well, evidently they like us, you know? So they like what we was doing. That's what I like about Liquid Soul. We don't have to change, you know. Okay, I play with jobbing bands here and there.
Yeah.
But not, you know what I'm talking about with a jobbing band,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you play a wedding, you got to play all the popular stuff.
Yep,
Liquid Soul, if somebody called us for a wedding, they want to hear Liquid Soul.
yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to hear us trying to be Fleetwood Mac or nothing like that. They called us because they said, we want Liquid Soul to play our wedding.
Right.
We don't have to do Frank Sinatra or any of that.
Yeah.
You know, so Bill Clinton heard us, he liked us, and that's how we end up getting to the inauguration.
Nice.
You know, and Dennis Rodman used to come down to the not the elbow room. He used to come down to the double door
Oh, nice.
and see us play, and he was like, wow. You know, so we played like 3 or 4 of his birthday parties.
Oh, wow. Oh, really cool.
Yeah. So he liked what he heard. You know?
Yeah.
You know, the bummer is, and we haven't had this happen, but I've been in other bands that playing original material, and then somebody will come up to you and say, man, I need you guys to play my party. And we'll say, okay. And then they get there and they give you this list, and they got like, you know, you're like, oh my God, we got to just flip the whole band. I'm like, so, you know, that happened to me a few times. And I'm just like, I'm not going to do this to the band. So I go call some of my friends that's got a job in band. Yeah. And I say, look, I got a job for you. And I give it to them. And then I go play in that band.
We got to do the chicken dance, guys.
Yeah. You know, because, you know, I don't want to, you know, do that. Liquid Soul, don't nobody ask us to do that. And that's one thing that's fortunate about us.
Yes.
You know, when you have identity and we've been around as long as we've been around and, you know, Grammy nominated and doing our own thing, people know what they call us to do. So we go in there and do our thing.
Exactly right. Now, you've been an original cornerstone of the Liquid Soul lineup since the 90s. When you look at the current version of the live band, how has the onstage chemistry evolved while keeping that classic atomic tight groove?
Well, I think the guys that's in the band, first of all, we still got Ricky Show out, the bass player, original member.
Okay.
You know, we got Tommy Klein, original member. You know, we got Tommy Sanchez came in right when we were starting to take off, so you can pretty much say he original.
Yeah.
Remember me, myself, John Janowiak playing trombone, original member, you know?
Yeah.
So the drummer been with us for like over 20 years, but he's not an original member.
Right.
You know?
But you've been together long enough.
Yeah, and the saxophone players, you know, he's new because Mars passing.
Yeah.
But and Dirty, rapping, and Brian so the band is still, you know, it's the core band,
right?
You know, so everybody is still there, and whoever we bring in on that setting, they know Liquid Soul style, so they know that's what you have to do.
Know how to fit in.
Yeah.
So Liquid Soul has always blended live instrumentation with live MCs and turntables. As a horn player, how do you approach trading solos or locking in with a DJ compared to a traditional jazz setup?
Well, think about this. You practice at home, right?
Right.
And you put on a record and say you're trying to learn a song.
Okay.
What you doing?
Yeah.
You playing along with that record.
Right.
But so what we do, we just add elements from the record, some of the records that's the DJ use. And sometimes not even a lot of it. He might be scratching in it, or he might use a little phrase inside of it and doing something. So it's not like he's playing a song with us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it don't interfere. It don't mess with your creativity. It might even help you, because you hear whatever he throw in there is kind of enhance something that you're doing. You might be able to bounce off that.
Okay.
You know? And actually on this show, we got Dirty going to be spinning at this show too.
Oh, nice.
A rapper that's in the band. So he going to spin. He called himself the Dirty Donuts. Because he spent 45.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, cool.
Like you spin albums.
Yeah.
He spent 45, so he called him Dirty Donuts.
That's awesome. Great name. That's cool.
And then Jesse gonna be there spinning too. Jesse De La Pena.
Yeah, cool. Oh, so, fantastic. Very cool. On the album Evolution, you produced the track Mean Machine. How does your mindset shift when you step into the producer's chair versus playing live on stage?
Well, it's easy for me because writing, I always wrote. It just, I never, I think that was the first time I ever produced a song on Liquid Soul record, on that song. But I have been writing with other acts before, but Mars mostly did all the writing with Liquid Soul, and I just give little inputs and stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody in the band used to say, oh, let's try, But this one was hands off. I pretty much did the whole thing.
Okay.
I wrote the whole thing, told everybody what to do.
Yeah.
So it was just, I put on that Quincy Jones hat.
There you go.
Like I tell you, I said, it's my moment. So I put it in there. And
it feel good?
Yeah. And I got 4 or 5 records out on my own under my own name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was used to kind of doing that.
Yeah.
It just was an important moment to do it with Liquid Soul.
Right.
To try to...
The people in your band.
Yeah, do that style of Liquid Soul with that. Because my style with my band, what I was writing then, was more on a contemporary smooth jazz type thing, because I was working with Ramsey Lewis, so I was doing that type of thing.
Yeah, cool. Let's see. You recently put out the single Dirty, Dirty Dances. Yeah. How does the band's creative process look today compared to your early days at the Elbow Room and Double Door?
If you listen to it, we sound the same. It's just polished. It's a little bit more polished.
Yeah, okay.
But it's really the same. If you listen to the track, we just added Omega, this our vocalist in there. I forgot to mention her too.
Oh, okay.
But she's in there. She was in the band early days, and then we brought her back. So, and I think we did a lot of recordings with her, but I don't think they never made the records, when we put them out.
Yeah.
So when we was kind of restructuring the band, when Mars passed away, I reached back out and got her and brought her back. So you can hear us with the elements. Because we had Simone in the band, Nina Simone's daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's who's on the records, that some of the songs that you hear.
Oh, I'll be darned.
So she made it. But Omega had left the band before we can record some of the stuff that she did.
Wow. Well, that's cool. The music community deeply missed founder Mars Williams after his passing. How does it feel to keep the torch burning for the band, and how does his spirit influence the way that you lead the horn section today?
I don't have the energy as Mars, but I try to keep it, the way he probably would like it. I wouldn't change anything, because it would be just, you know what I'm saying? If I come in with the mindset, now I'm going to make the horn section play the way I want them to.
Right.
But no, I just keep that Liquid Soul energy, so Mars' spirit is still there. And actually the saxophone player that we got in the band now, man, Tommy Hayes, he's a beast.
Nice.
He comes in there and he got that Mars legacy he playing behind, and he is not holding back. He is going there.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be good.
He can go.
Nice.
So we didn't get nobody in there that's like trying to do. He's not trying to be Mars, but his energy fits the band.
Nice.
We had a lot of auditions with saxophone players.
Yeah.
To try to before we can come to that.
Yeah, you got to find that right chemistry first. It really fits.
And he came in and did it.
Nice, really nice.
And I thought that was gonna never happen.
Yeah,
really, I was like, oh man, this ain't gonna. We just gonna end up settling.
Yeah,
with somebody just great, but it wasn't gonna be.
Yeah,
no, he came in and like embraced it.
Oh, that's awesome. Liquid Soul basically pioneered the 1990s Chicago acid jazz scene with your legendary residency at the Elbow Room and Double Door. What makes the energy at Garcia's feel like a proper homecoming for the band?
Well, we got that Chicago vibe, and Garcia's is one of those clubs, man, that you can just tell everybody coming there is loose.
That's a nice club.
Yes, it's beautiful in there, but it's got that vibe, man, almost like the 70s.
Well, the sight lines and the sound are amazing in there.
Yeah, it's
intimate.
Yeah, it's intimate. Even when it's packed with like 300 some people in there, over whatever they hold, 340 or something like that. But it's still a great sound, like you say, and a great sight line.
It's most levels. They have these levels where it kind of just comes up from the stage.
So
and
you're not going to be behind anybody saying,
No.
I can't see anything or I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
Yeah,
I love that
great
club,
shows.
man. It's a great club. That's a great addition to Chicago when they came here.
Chicago crowds have a very specific, deeply rooted relationship with jazz, funk, and hip-hop. How do you adjust your set or your solos when you know you're playing for a hometown crowd that's been following you for decades?
Well, like I say, they know our style.
Yeah.
So we try to implement songs that people know, and then we actually reach back on some of the records, that songs that we didn't play a lot, and put them in the song too. And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's new," and we're like, "No, that was on the record." But when people buy albums, sometimes they listen to what they want to hear. They pick they few songs they like, but we'll reach back and play one that's kind of obscure on the album.
Yeah,
and then everybody think it's new, and it's not new.
Get that deep cut.
Yeah, it's just
Nice.
new to their ears.
Yeah,
I think we just did something like that on the internet the other day. We put a rehearsal on that we was doing, and everybody started writing in, "Oh, that's new," and I'm like, we just let it go. Yeah, it's new, new to your ears.
Yep,
but not new to us.
Not new to you. The horn section, featuring you and trombonist John Janowiak, is known for being incredibly tight. What kind of energy can the audience expect from the brass lineup at this gig?
They're gonna expect the same thing that they've been getting. Me and John, been together forever. And then Tommy just came in, Tommy Hayes. We worked at it. We had a lot of horn sectionals before we started coming back out.
Yeah.
To try to implement Tommy into our style.
Yeah.
Because he was, he's more like he was a solo saxophone player. He was a soloist. So
yeah.
I don't know, about saxophone players, man. They get kind of long-winded.
Well, it's showy.
Yeah, that's what they do. And I don't know, it's their nature or something.
Yeah.
So we had to like rein him in to be a section guy. So
like we were talking about before.
Right. You're gonna get your due, but you gotta be a section guy.
Play with the band.
Right. So he nailed it, man. He got it.
Nice. Oh, that's great. College radio listeners love discovering roots and deep cuts. What is one classic Liquid Soul track that you think a younger student needs to hear before coming out to the show?
Well, that's a hard one. I think if they into jazz, they can listen to like all blues.
Yeah.
If they into the hip hop thing, which we mix hip hop and jazz, they can listen to Salt Peanuts.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good one. Yeah,
and they can listen to Surefire One.
Yeah.
You can hear the rappers do their thing. Yeah. So and then you can listen to our new stuff. Listen to Omega sing. So you got that's 3 varieties right there that you can listen to.
Nice.
You got the new stuff with the new single that we put out, and then you got the old stuff with the guys with mixing the jazz and the hip hop together.
Oh, that's great. Very cool. So you're not a band that has regular shows, and it's always something special when you do. What's bringing you back to Garcia's for this show?
Well, we did so well at Garcia's the last time. They just immediately rebooked us.
Nice.
And so that's a good feeling.
Very cool.
When the club said, oh, okay, we need to have that again.
Yeah.
And, and then it's a great atmosphere to play in, too. So it's nice to come back and
very cool
play. And we've been doing a lot of shows around Chicago in the suburbs, mostly festivals. We're doing a lot of street festivals this summer.
Oh, nice. What kind of festivals? Where are you going?
We was in Rockford. We did a Rockford, they called it Living's Jazz Festival, whatever. It was like a funk jazz thing.
Yeah.
We did that. And then we did Taste of Randolph earlier this summer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we did that. And later, we're going to be in Downers Grove doing a big festival there.
Oh, when's that?
That's coming up in September. Oh, man, I can't even think of the date on that one. But
because if I go to your website, I can't find the dates of these shows.
It might be the 19th of September.
19th of September?
Yeah, and then we had Navy, because I think we had Navy Pier on the 20th of September.
So we got to go to the Downers Grove website maybe to look.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay.
Yeah, the website is not up to date because, when we were talking about earlier, when somebody in the band passed that's had control of all that stuff, it's hard to get
rough.
A grip on everything again. It's just like it's a family member pass, and you trying to ramble through all this stuff, man.
I got the same thing. I bought a business, and the guy who owned the business did not remember passwords and other stuff to get into some of the websites.
Right.
I can't get in.
Yeah,
so
man.
like a Facebook account, other stuff,
locked
I can't get
out,
in. Yes.
And so you frozen in time in this digital world. And everybody look at your site, and they're like, that band ain't together no more.
and you still got the dead guy alive on your site.
Right. So we here, but but you can look, we're around. You have to look at our Facebook page.
Yes, there you go.
So that's what's current.
All right. So go to Liquid Soul Facebook page.
Right. And then you can see it. Liquid Soul Chicago.
Okay.
Because you don't want to get crossed up with,
all right.
with our friend over in Europe.
Is there an opener? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the other thing we got to talk about here. We haven't mentioned that at all, that there's another outfit out there, a guy, a DJ, by the name of Liquid Soul.
Right.
And so if you go to YouTube and you're looking for Liquid Soul, the band, you can't find him. You find this DJ guy.
Right.
So if we want to find Liquid Soul, we got to put in Liquid Soul Chicago or Liquid Soul Band.
Right.
And then you'll be able to find the band and find all their stuff. So.
And we original, but it was some lost stuff going on with that, but I don't think it got resolved. So I think the resolve was we have to just say Liquid Soul Chicago.
Yeah.
That's what it ended up being.
So is there an opening act for the show?
No opening act. We got Dirty spinning.
Okay.
The DJ.
So he's going to spin beforehand.
Right.
And then you're coming on.
Right. And
Fantastic.
then we got Jesse spinning. So we got two
DJs
those
beforehand.
are our opening acts.
Oh, nice.
Our DJs.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Liquid Soul coming up at Garcia's, 28th of August. Looking forward to it. And then sometime in Downers Grove in September.
I'm pretty sure.
We're thinking the 19th.
I'm pretty sure it's the 19th.
All right. Well, Ron, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio here this morning. Really fun.
All right.
I love getting people in the studio because it's so different than a Zoom interview. Because on the Zoom interview, I'm sitting there trying to look at somebody's screen and they're off doing something else.
Yeah.
It's always weird. So
this is live. We doing it.
This is fun.
We're doing it right.
All right, we're going to leave you with some Liquid Soul music. I got Bustin' Out from their website here. Let's give a listen to some of this as we let Ron go. Ron, thanks so much for coming in here. Really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, take care, man.
Get lost.